Hello everybody, so today I will talk about trigonometry. If sine a square plus cosine b square equals to number 2, find cosine of a plus b over 2. So now I will show you how to answer. We know that the range of sine a and cosine b, that should be about from negative number 1 to positive number 1. Now if we have the power 2 in here, you know that the range of this one, they will go to from 0 to positive number 1, because when we power 2 for the both side, this one from the negative, they will go to the positive, and that's why they will start from 1 to 0. If we look carefully about this equation, we have number 2 in here. The maximum for this one and this one is about 1 and 1. That means sine a square and cosine b square should be equal to number 1. So in this situation, you will go about sine a square equals to number 1 and cosine b square equals to number 1. So if we put the square root for the both sides, we know that sine a will have two solutions. The first one is about sine a equals to number 1, and the second one that's about sine a equals to negative number 1. Similar for cosine b. I just change this one in here. Now about sine a equals to number 1, we know that a should be about b over 2. K to b, this is about one circle of trigonometry, and K should belongs to integers. The next one, you go about a equal to negative b over 2 in here. About cosine b equals to number 1, so b should be equals to number 0, and you go about k to b. Similar for the last one, negative number 1, so b should be equals to b plus k to b. And now we will have 4 scenarios in here. So scenario number 1, that's about sine a equal to number 1, that means a equal to b over 2 and b equals to number 0. So we put b over 2 and number 0 gone here. You will got about the square root of number 2 over 2. Scenario number 2, that's about 8 equals to negative b over 2, and we keep about b equals to number 0, and you got the same value of this one. Scenario number 3, that's about 8 equals to b over 2. Now b in here equals to b. So you will got about we put b in here. we will got the answer in here. That should be about negative the square root of number 2 over 2. And the last one, scenario number 4, that is about negative b over 2. So we put negative b over 2 in here, and we got the final answer. That's about positive the square root of number 2 over 2. After we analyze everything in here, we see that we have two possible answers in here, positive and negative. This is the end. Thank you for watching.